Hey guys, welcome back to another online lesson. This is lesson 3.6. We're going to work on estimating quotients. Now, we've been talking a lot about estimating, which is you just want to get close to it, not exact. Quotients, we're going to talk about, of course, division. So let's get started. Okay, first thing that I want you to know, if two things go well together, they're called compatible. I gave this delicious example of peanut butter and jelly. They go very well together. Those are compatible. Now, peanut butter and dirt, not very compatible. But what I want to know is math-wise, is can numbers be compatible? And of course, they can. When we did multiplication, we talked about choosing numbers that were pretty close that you feel comfortable using. And we're going to do the same thing with division. Numbers can be compatible too. Compatible numbers are numbers that are easy to divide mentally. Numbers that are easy to divide mentally. For example, 9 divided by 3, of course, is 3. 9 and 75/100ths divided by 2 and 3/5, well, those are a little bit more difficult. What we're going to work on today is we're going to work on changing numbers. We're going to estimate for numbers that we can easily just use our brain, maybe a little pencil and paper too. So let's get started. All right, here I have an example. It is 11 and 75/100ths divided by 3. Now, I want to set it up just as I would a regular division problem. Inside of the house, divided by on the outside of the house. Okay, perfect. Now, looking at this, could we solve this? We could. But if we're going to estimate the quotient, we want numbers that are going to be compatible, like peanut butter and jelly. So let's look. 11 and 75/100ths divided by 3. To me, I feel comfortable with 3, but 11 and 75/100ths, what can we round that to? What I start to think about is I think of multiples of 3. Okay, I have 3, I have 6, I have 9, I have 12, I have 15. Oh, 12. 12 is a multiple of 3. 12 and 3 go close together, and 12 also can get rounded, 11 and 75/100ths can get rounded up to 12. See? Here, check it out. Oops. Here, check it out. We can round that up to 12. And of course, 3 divided by 12 is 4. Notice that does not equal that. I just put the little squiggly equal sign to say that it is close to. It's an estimate. Let's try another example. The Jenkins family bought 5 tickets to a charity auction. The total cost of the tickets is $61.25. Estimate the cost of each ticket. Okay, so when I see estimate the cost of each ticket, what that tells me is, boom, this is probably going to be division. In this case, it is. So my total is $61.25 divided by how many tickets? 5. Okay, so that's my total of how much the tickets cost, and we want to know how much money each ticket costs, and there's 5 of them, so let's divide the total by the parts. Now, could we do it? Sure we could, but let's find compatible numbers. 5s, I'm very comfortable with 5s. So we'll leave 5 the same, divided by. Now, think of your multiples of 5. Well, 5, 10, 15, 20, all the way up. 5 times 10 is 50, then 55, and then 60, and then, okay, so we're at 61.25. Could we estimate 61.25 to be 60? Of course we can. Boom. 4 below, round it. Stay the same. In this case, it'll be 6, 0, decimal point, 0, 0. Okay, now let's work it out. Does McDonald's sell cheeseburgers? First step, divide. Cover. Can 5 go into 6? It can, one time. 1 times 5 is 5. Subtract. Multiply. Now we subtract 1. Check. Is it lower? Yes, it is. So next step is bring down. Perfect. Now we go back to the top and divide. 5 goes into 10 2 times. 2 times 5. Next step is multiply. 2 times 5 is 10. Subtract, and we are at 0. Check. Is it lower? Yes, it is. Bring down. First we got to scoot up that decimal place. Bring it down. 5 into 0. Well, 0 times. 0 times 5. Divide, multiply. 0 times 5 is 0. Subtract, and we are at 0. And sorry if I'm going too low for the camera. Subtract, we checked. It is lower. Bring down my last number, which is 0. Now let's divide again. 5 goes into 0, 0. Multiply. 5 times 0 is 0. Subtract. 0 minus 0 is 0. And check, is it lower? Yes, it is. Nothing left to bring down. We're good to go. Therefore, my answer is 12 decimal 0, 0. But it says estimate the cost. We're dealing with money, so it will be dollars. Okay. Challenge for us. I got a series of problems for you to do. Now, I modeled 2 for you. These I want you to try on your own. Just erase this. Okay. With this one, 32 divided by 3 and 9/10. Make sure you set it up correctly. 32 on the inside, 3 decimal point 9. Now look, what could that be rounded to make it a compatible number with that 32? I can tell right now, I can feel that you're going crazy, and I think you know the answer, which is awesome. But if you don't, try your best. Bring it back to class tomorrow. Now, I also gave you this one here. 99 divided by 10 and 75/100ths. Think compatible numbers. Here's a hint with this one. Estimate both of them. Round both of them. That'll help you. And this one here, this is the last one. It's kind of a challenge one. The average yearly precipitation for Gulfport, Mississippi is 65 3/10 inches. About how much precipitation does the area receive each month? Ooh, okay. So if all year it gets that much, we want to know how much it gets each month. We do need to have a little bit of background knowledge in here. How many months are in the year? 12 months. So you're going to divide that by that, and because it says about, just estimate. Just estimate. Try your best. Bring any questions to class. We'll see you then.